What would you do if you arrived for your event photography gig and you pull out your camera, prepared and confident that you're about to do the thing that you do every single job? Photograph the smiles, the enthusiasm, the energy of the space. You're right in front of the client, asking for specific details on what to capture. You pull out your camera, and this is what you see.
Fuck! 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 Oh!
My name is Eva Woolridge. I'm an award-winning photographer based in Brooklyn, and I create videos and content about my photography journey and experience and how I can help you be the best professional photographer or hobbyist that you would like to be. This happened to me yesterday when I was on an event job with a new client I had not worked with before. I look up and my client's face is like this, and immediately I have millions of different feelings. First and foremost, what I shoot with is a Leica Q2. Leica cameras are a handcrafted camera company and one of the oldest in the world, and their quality is immaculate. They're known for their glassware, pristine, clean screens. And what did I just do? Shatter the first layer of the Q2 screen. Now, it looks like it's the UV filter, which stops the glare from sun from impacting your images and creates this very clean look. But in the moment, I had no idea. I just saw a cracked lens screen. If you are a freelance photographer, this emergency situation is not new. It's the thing that you pray does not happen, and you always have this moment of, why does God hate me at this time when I'm just trying to get this money, especially if it's a new client. But you're a professional and you have to keep a cool head. And there are a few choices that you have to do as a professional photographer. You have to be honest about what you're experiencing and be quick on your feet to figure out your next step in order to handle an event. Being honest with the client, you provide this space that this is not your fault. And it creates a space of like empathy and understanding of, we both did not want this to happen. This is out of our control. The second thing you do is you immediately follow up with a solution. The event is to capture that moment. This is not an event that is going to be replicated. So I said, I live 10 minutes away. I have 2 cameras at home. I will be right back. In addition to providing a solution of, don't worry, I'll still be able to capture your event, you then offer the space of, because I'm going to be away for an hour, half an hour, etc., add that time to your coverage time. Decided to stay an additional hour for free in order to show that I really cared about photographing the event. This is a mistake that is out of my control, but I want to do my part to make sure you get as much as you can get, despite the now different quality that you're gonna get. When you're doing event photography, the client cannot see you panic because they're already juggling 1,000 other variables about the event to make sure it's successful. So I told him, John, I have 2 more cameras at my house. I'm a 10-minute drive, fortunately. I'm gonna go grab my other cameras. This is the reality that I'm experiencing, but don't worry, I got you. And I book it home. I don't even know if my cameras are charged. My go-to is always the Leica Q2. Leica camera is one of the most high-end, luxury, and beautiful cameras I've ever worked with, but they're also the most expensive to replace or fix. So I am mentally preparing my mind of the $1,000 or multiple thousands of dollars that I'm probably gonna have to pay to fix this lens. I feel fucked in this moment, and I had not photographed with my Fuji 2X4 or my Canon Mark 7 or Mark II 7D in a long time. Actually, I'm shooting with the Fuji TX4 right now. XT4, excuse me. There had to be a solution. This was a job that I needed to get done, and I needed to be a reliable client because he was also offering a season's worth of photography gigs if this turned out well. So I book it home, and I noticed that all of the batteries were either about to be drained or had like 2 bars of battery left. I immediately charged them as I looked for my Canon Mark II 7D, one of my OG cameras that I haven't photographed with in so long, unless it's like a studio shoot that I can connect to strobes. This is not an event camera that I've worked with, and it's amazing how technology has advanced to surpass it. So I had enough battery in that as a backup. And when I tell you I needed both cameras, I went back to the event and let the client know, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm happy to take $100 off my rate. I'm also happy to stay additional hour. And there's such a beautiful thing about having a client that is so understanding of situations that's out of your control. And that is why you should always be a kind professional and not a dickhead. Because when you're working with a kind person, they're able to empathize and see you as a human being first before being blinded by their own money. And he said, don't worry about it. I know your photos are gonna be amazing. Send me the full invoice. Don't take anything off. Don't discount anything. Also, would you like a drink ticket? Because what just happened, I'm sure stressed you out. We gotta love a quality king as a client. Now, it was hard to adjust to a new camera that I don't normally work with on the fly. The Fuji was, though it is an amazing camera, as you can see the quality, to be able to attach the flash with it and adjust to a very dark basement venue space, I was dealing with the flash turning off on its own, not syncing to the camera, me trying to focus and not being able to see the people in order to take the photo. And so there were a lot of times where I'm like, okay, here's the photo. Oop, okay, hold on 1 second. Oop, hold that look right there. And of course, that's very annoying and very stressful for the photographer, because you want to make sure you're capturing genuine smiles and not people that start off like this, and they're like this, and they're like this, and they're like this, because you're trying to take a photo. So there was a lot of juggling that was happening yesterday, but everyone was in great spirits about it. And I am very honest, when there is an equipment emergency, I will tell clients, like, I'm so sorry this is happening. And when I say clients, I also mean like people that are there, event goers. I'll be like, girl, I'm so sorry this is happening. I had such a camera equipment issue today, so we're just trying to make it work. I'm gonna make my rounds and fix this problem, and I'm gonna come back and take your photo. Smile, wink, and then do your thing. These are all solutions on what you can do to make sure that you keep your client happy, the patrons happy, and you also are seen as a human being. Unfortunately, the best camera people in the world and people who are just starting out, this will happen to all of us and everyone in between. Sometimes equipment fail, and sometimes you have to spend your hard-earned money to fix the camera that's gonna make you more money. And although I felt a little disheartened about what happened, make sure that you always have savings to help yourself when equipment fails, so that you can continue on your photo jobs and not feel discouraged or not feel like you are, though, taking 1 step forward, 3 steps back, which I did say to my friend. I feel like that's what I was doing. Because I've been on such a savings goal, I am using some of my Patreon money that I've been saving from my Patreon subscribers to help pay for the repairs of my camera. That is just what you have to do. That happens sometimes, but the work keeps coming, and I'll be able to replenish that soon. Another tip that I will share is rely on your photography community. I am so fortunate to be a Leica awardee and now an ambassador of Leica cameras. I have relationships with a lot of different camera companies and people that are camera enthusiasts. So I have a New York Times job, honestly, in like an hour that I have to go shoot. I was going to rely on my Leica Q2, but unfortunately, let me remind you, the lens is shattered. So I texted a friend of mine, Rob, who works at the Leica Gallery in New York City, because I was able to build a relationship with the camera community, and he was so gracious on letting me borrow his camera. Thank you so much, Rob. I'm about to be on my way in 10 minutes to come pick that up so I can head over to my New York Times gig. But I wanted to make this video because I think it's important to share that sometimes shit happens. Sometimes equipment fail, lenses break, and you're gonna be faced in a situation, maybe like me at a gig, where you have to think fast, rely on people's empathy, and provide solutions for clients so that they feel comfortable, they feel confident that you have a handle on what's happening and that you're able to preserve the relationship that you're trying to nurture with that client. Follow me for more, subscribe, and you will see me a lot more on YouTube because I am discontinuing my Meta accounts because I think that the Meta monopoly is bullshit, and I have a video about to release about why I am deciding to delete my Meta accounts and shadow my Instagram account, and why I think you should too in order to build your brand. Thank you so much, and follow for more.